final third.
I think Pepe's so coachable.
Why? You should be
You just need to shake him.
You should be in prison. We bailed you out. We bailed you out to come and play this season. You're out here disgracing us. You should be in prison. You facing charges.
Alright, people, welcome back to another episode of the final third. You've got our finest here, Lavish in the building. We've got me, Banks, hosting, and we've got a special guest here. Just because of the magnitude of the results we've seen this weekend, we thought we had to bring our old favourite back onto the show.
We had to get him in.
We had to get him in. We'd like to welcome CJ back onto the panel. CJ, how are you feeling right now? Thumbs up. He's happy. He's happy. We're gonna get straight into the big match of the weekend. Anfield. It was once a fortress. Teams used to be scared there. It used to be a match.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
How am I getting 3 points there? It used to be a tough one. But the result didn't go that way this time. Liverpool 1, Manchester City 4. Phil Foden masterclass. Gundogan goals. Jim, how did it happen? Walk us through it.
I think the scoreline was flattering.
Flattering?
Yeah, I think it was flattering. I think it was a game, another one of those top 6 games where you look at the teams, they're not really playing at their highest level, at their best level. The first half was tentative, slow. Liverpool looked scared.
Both of the teams looked terrified first half, though. Like, I can't lie. It looked like none of them wanted to lose the match.
But I think that's Pep giving, he always gives Liverpool respect. He always gives Liverpool respect, innit? So I feel like he gave Liverpool that respect that we haven't earned recently. Do you know what I mean?
Second half, Gilo just aren't good. So he said, fuck it, let's turn it up.
But even in the second half, when you look at it, like, you look at City, the chances in the game, what chances did City really have? Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they were good on the ball. Now Sterling had a good game.
When it came to Sterling, it was always more so smoke. Mahrez didn't play.
Yeah, it was direct, but it didn't amount to anything really. You look at the overall in the game, you can't think of a chance for any team within the game where you're like, oh, except for the missed penalty. You look at City's first goal. It's a good goal, but ball watching from the centre backs. You're not meant to be centre backs. They're not centre backs playing in centre back. They're ball watching. When Alisson saves it, it goes out to Gundogan, he scores. We look at both. You look at Liverpool's got 1-1, a penalty out of nothing.
I should love it like that.
What do you want me to do, man? What do you want? If I'm frowning, they're saying it was negative. I'm smiling.
Sorry. My bad.
Yeah, Liverpool's goal, penalty came out of nothing, not deserved. Salah makes the most of it. It's still a penalty, obviously. They score, it's 1-1. No, it's not a red card. But
why would it be a red card? There was literally another defender there to cover Diaz. I think Stones was coming right across.
I'm going. Peter Walton said that it's not about being the last man. I'm just saying.
See, this is what happens. Arsenal fans get hurt and they start remixing the rules to make themselves feel better.
That's
make
what
themselves
he said.
feel like there's a conspiracy there. I hear it. No, it's cool. We're not talking about Arsenal yet. You don't get your segment. When I think about that Liverpool match, CJ and Shem, could you tell me anybody on the Liverpool team that you feel could leave the match with their heads held high?
Curtis Jones.
That's it.
Because even Robertson was bad, you know?
Yeah, Robertson got turned.
Robertson was awful.
Foden didn't need to do him like that.
Robertson was awful.
Because Foden was Robertson was getting done regardless, but to put that little cherry on the top with that goal, you ain't need to do him like that. You ain't have to do him like that.
All I'm going to say on behalf of Liverpool fans, yeah, about they need to stop.
You don't need to talk on behalf of Liverpool fans.
Okay. Let me say something, man.
Talk from Shem's perspective.
Let me say
from Shem's perspective. Don't talk for Liverpool fans.
Let him land.
Talk from Shem's perspective.
Host. Why is he talking over, man? You get? When Julie's hosting, there's none of that. You get?
Lavish, roll through, man. Roll through.
All I'm gonna say is people need to stop saying that they're coming up with excuses for injuries, man. That's so unfair. Because
we lost you there.
You're gonna need to repeat that, mate.
I said people need to stop saying they're coming up with excuses for the injuries. Because if you take out 3 main centre backs of every team, And not just that, then your two starting
Chill,
centre.
man.
Let me
You
finish. You
don't.
said let
It's
me
not
land.
centre back. It's not.
Wait,
See,
wait.
I should
You
have. I
said
should
let
have
me
even let
land.
you land. See, this
You
is why
said let me
CJ said.
land.
I shouldn't have even let you land.
Nah, and you take centre mids and you put them into their defense. You take your, it affects the whole team. That's all I was gonna
Bro,
say. But just stop saying it's an excuse. You cut out. You cut out.
fam, shame.
Let
Have
me
some
talk
shame
because I
about what
don't
you're
want.
saying.
This is the problem though. This is the problem though. You're saying Liverpool fans are not. We didn't mention having the conversations being brought up by rival fans. Rival fans are talking about, oh, don't give me that excuse about injuries. No one spoke about injuries today. It's clear and blatant. Liverpool's confidence is shot. We played play like a team with no confidence. It doesn't matter who's on the pitch. We play like a team with no confidence. It's from the very beginning. Every time you've ever associated Liverpool with City and the way we've beaten City, it's always about how we've pressed them, how we started fast, energy. We had none of that today. It's got nothing to do with the
You lot didn't
injuries.
want that fight today.
Exactly. And Alisson is basically an epitome of what the team is right now. Those mistakes,
Woo!
our most reliable player. When you look at Liverpool this season, our most reliable player is Alisson. Alisson making not one, but two mistakes. And if you look at the first goal as well, he had the chance to kick it out. He done a short pass to Fabinho. Fabinho cleared it. It still comes back to you, and then you clear it straight to
Foden.
was it Foden or Banana?
Man got 2 bites at the cherry. 2
You know
bites.
what I mean? We can't use the injury. We're not using the injury excuse today. I can't do that because Liverpool, their confidence was shot, and that all comes from the results that have happened.
I wasn't
recently.
using it for today.
Club's got to pick them up somehow. I don't know how, but you have
I
to.
wasn't using it for today. I was just using it for overall. People.
But let's talk about today, though.
We got to talk about today, Chef.
We got to talk about
We've
today.
seen them get walked off the park by their closest challengers.
All
like.
okay. I
today.
was saying that's not an excuse. It's a reason. That's all I'm saying. It's not an excuse, but it is a reason. It's part of the problem.
For the
That's
season,
reason, but it's not.
For the
it's
season,
not,
yeah.
For the season, that's what I'm saying.
This
Yeah,
game,
for the season.
For this game, you're playing with Ronaldo, Thiago, Curtis Jones in the midfield. That's not bad midfield. That's not midfield that should be looking so timid. Like I'm seeing Ronaldo on the ball and he's doing pirouettes in the middle, trying to avoid playing forward.
Always does this though.
Man's been telling you Genie's been doing this for time. You lot have been telling me
He
Genie's
does
the top midfielder.
He did this.
You want him to take some pride in what he's doing, like
bro.
try and drive
I've been telling
man,
Genie's been doing this.
Ronaldo did this when we rated him.
You man, after
everybody else was popping. He was just
game against.
Back then, he was popping. Like back then, the rest of the team was popping. So all he had to do was a running thing. Nobody really looked for him to be creative. But now you're the senior man in the team. Like you got to step up as well. Like you got to do your own thing to try help bring Liverpool forward. But he ain't do it. He ain't do it. And we've got to talk about your forwards as well. Mane and Salah off form for a second now. And Mane, as much as they gave him the ball, he couldn't get into the game at all. They kept giving him the ball, and he could not get into the game.
Since Mane, and you're not gonna think I'm trolling. Since Mane caught COVID, Mane has not been the same. Since Mane caught COVID in October,
yeah.
You know the Villa game we lost 7-2. That game he missed. Since he's come back from then, he's not been the same. You look at him, his first touch is loose. He can't beat his man anymore. Like Mane's not been the same. But
so where do Liverpool go from here? Where do you go from here? That you're what is it, 4th, 1 point ahead of Chelsea, who's in 5th.
I think it's a hard question to answer. Like at the end of the day, we saw City last season struggle, and obviously City weren't in a position where they were 4th place; they were still 2nd. But the other teams below them were just that bad that they ended up being comfortable in 2nd place. Liverpool, we learned from City. City today gave us a lesson. They had a bad season last season. They had a bad title. They had a bad title defense last season. They looked at each other in the summer and said, not even in summer, they looked at each other at the start of the season after they lost to Leicester. They realized, listen, this ain't it. We're getting touched by Leicester 5-2 at home. Everyone's looking at us like we're joke men. We look like a shadow of what we are. We were the seasons past. Go brush yourselves down, get top 4. Look at the squad in the summer. I said it to Derek offline, bro. There's no reason for Origi to be at this club next season. There's no reason for Shaqiri to be at the club. There's no reason for Chamberlain to be at the club next season. At the end of the day, City had no De Bruyne today. Did it look like they missed a beat? No, because of the
He
squad
never
that
missed
they
a beat
have.
when De Bruyne is gone, though. That's just the calm
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They never missed a beat. It's calm.
I mean, you're gonna start an agenda about De
I'm not
Bruyne,
gonna
but my
start.
point,
I'm
We're
just
gonna
saying now.
start the
They never missed
the
his
back
full.
cheeks
Like,
agenda.
exactly. But it's not even that. It's they got the players. Foden steps up today, Starboy. Do you know what I mean? Like Liverpool need to go and do what City done. Go
do
in
you still want to
summer.
discuss Foden, by the way? Like, sorry,
Hold on a
I
minute.
just want to
Hold
put
on.
that back
Hold
on
on.
the.
Huh?
I just want to put that. But do you still want to discuss Foden, by the way?
What do you mean? I still want to discuss Foden? What did I say about Foden?
You still want to discuss Foden?
What did I say about Foden?
There was some talk. There was some talk a couple of weeks ago about he ain't gonna live up, and there's some guy called Saka that's better than him right now.
Because he don't play.
Like,
Because he don't play.
huh?
Because he doesn't
No,
play.
but do you still stand by what you
this
said?
season.
Do you still stand by what you said?
The internet is moving mad.
The connection. It's the connect. It's the connection. What was I gonna ask? Oh, that's a final question on Liverpool that I want to ask. Can this team go again next season and win the title?
Good question.
So
Yes.
we look at City this season, and they haven't made too many drastic changes to the team that fell away so badly last season. Can Liverpool go again next season and challenge again?
Yes, they can, because they still have Klopp as the manager. And at the end of the day, the core of the team is still the same. Listen, this season has been a poor season, but we need to put context behind it. We lost our best player. We lost Van Dijk this season. And at the end of the day, when you lose the cornerstone of your team, the cornerstone of your defense, you're not going to look good. On top of that, you lose his partner, Gomez, and then you lose Matip as well. We're paying midfielders who are the engines of our team in defense now, and you lose that in the midfield. Once those players come back and the team looks ordinary again, we're gonna be better next season. There's no doubt about it. And then on top of that, we've lost Jota. Jota made waves at the start of the season. I believe Jota's taking Firmino's place when he comes back. Firmino's shot, his confidence is shot. He doesn't look like he's ever going to retrieve it. You bring those players back in, we're a better team than what we've shown. Thiago needs to settle. That's another thing. Curtis Jones is going to make strides. So in my opinion, we're going to challenge next season.
So you don't
as long
need
as
more
Klopp
players.
is the manager, we'll challenge.
So you don't think you need more transfers? Fair enough, Barca. 10-1.
We do. We need squad players. We don't need first team. For me, we don't need more bodies to play in the first team. We need more squad players. Get rid of Shaqiri. Get rid of Origi. Get rid of Chamberlain. Bring genuine quality that you can say he's going to come off the bench and change things. Because you look at City, Bernardo Silva doesn't play every game. Mahrez doesn't play every game. But these are world-class players. So we need more. And I think we'll get more. But in terms of getting the players that we're missing back into their right position, back into fitness, if we have that same team, we're challenging. Because the Premier League is beauty. Let's not act like the Premier League or these teams are sensational. United are not a sensational team. Tottenham aren't. Chelsea aren't. City are better this season, but they're still not great. So for me, we will challenge.
Streets are telling me Liverpool couldn't get done without 5 subs and water breaks, but that's just what I heard, innit? It's not my place to pass judgment on people winning titles with 5 subs. But we move on. We move on to the early kickoff of the weekend. The best club in the country, apparently, with the best players, managed to lose somehow. It's amazing, because I was told that they were on the up, but now conspiracy theories are stopping them. It was Aston Villa 1, Arsenal 0. Ollie Watkins got the winner. Shem, walk us through it. Like, what went wrong? Where did you go wrong with that one?
Oh, man. This is the thing. They all want to get a reaction from Arsenal fans, and you poke us, but you're not going to get a bite out of us.
I'm not that, bro. I'm just recycling what I was told by Arsenal.
I'm going to walk you through.
Just recycling, you know.
Just
I just
please
like to
don't
get it all out
interrupt me.
there.
Just please don't interrupt me. So
go for it. I'm just here to moderate.
Cool. So bouncing back from the Wolves game, yeah. I feel like
to take.
Pardon?
I said tough loss to take.
Yeah, bouncing back from the Wolves game, I feel like we just never go out of gear. This is the perfect match to bounce back. Villa had just lost in West Ham 3-1, I believe. and it was at
You
home as
ain't
well.
got that Lingard juice. What did I tell you? I told you ain't got that Lingard juice. I told you.
So
I told you.
we
I
never
told you
got.
ain't
We
got the
could play
Lingard
another
juice.
90
I told you.
minutes. We could play another 90 minutes, and Arsenal were not going to win that match. The chance creation, very low in chance creation, very low. Villa cruised that match. It was comfortable. You wouldn't think there was no golf inequality between the two teams. That Villa were comfortable. In fact, Villa looked better than Arsenal. At no point, I know. And then, and as an Arsenal fan, you're watching it and you're thinking, you're seeing Willian come on, and you're thinking, like, for me, it's always quick to blame the manager, this and that. I've never found confidence in the manager, because when the going gets tough, yeah, I understand we don't put enough onus on players, yeah, because they are the ones who play the match. But when the going gets tough, the managers is the one who gets you the extra points. It gets you out of tricky situations. When you can't when you can't create chances, when you need to manage a lead, just certain points when it comes to tactics, I just don't understand. I don't get Arteta, you know. And the simple things he gets wrong. For example, I'm not going to put all the blame on Willian. Arteta said his number one transfer this season. His number one target was Willian. That was his number one. He said it. My number one target.
He said he did a presentation. He spoke to him. He cooked at his house. He even went to go and visit his wife to convince him to stay in London.
He did all of that to convince what he had to do to get Willian at the club. That was your target, and he's been a disgrace. He's been a disgrace. Gabriel didn't. That wasn't his.
That goal, that it wasn't on Gabriel.
No, I said Gabriel's transfer was Eddie's. And I'm looking at. Can you hear me?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I said Gabriel's transfer.
No,
Gabriel's transfers was
you have to
Eddie's.
run that back.
I said Gabriel's transfers was Eddie's. So people saying, "Oh yeah, at least he got that one right." That wasn't even him. Anyway, I'm also on the game. Yeah, you're seeing you lot a lot funny.
You got no talent ID.
You lot are funny because they're saying, "Oh, Partey got pocketed by McGinn and these man."
It's calm. Little side pocket. Ain't nothing wrong with a little side pocket.
Once we get Partey's diet right, you lot. Judy thought I was bantering.
You got to be. Why is Partey getting? He wasn't injured at Atletico like this. So why is he getting injured in London so
There's
much?
too much good food in London, man, and like too much good eateries.
Too much AO5.
AO5 and Enish and these.
Apparently, he's never had an injury before.
And apparently,
he didn't get injured at Atletico. He didn't get injured.
Judy sent me an article saying he loves Indomie.
No substance to the meals. I hear it.
So
That's why he can't run no more.
I don't know, man.
Finish him in the...
As for Arsenal, though, we're 10th, and the funny thing about Arsenal, the one team you wish had games in hand is Arsenal, but they're always first. We're always first to play, so there's no saving grace. Like, okay, we've still got 3 games to play. We've still got 2 games to play. Now we always play first, and we've always played the most, and we are where we are. I feel like he's saving grace.
Man around you got like 2 games in hand.
Everyone around us got, and we're still where we are. I feel like he's saving grace to be if he wins the Europa. And I feel like just how jammy Arteta is. No, I don't believe he's capable of winning it. But you just know how the football gods are and how jammy Arteta is. He will say, "Oh, I've won this season. So yeah, I'm doing so." I want him gone, innit? I honestly want him gone.
Oh yeah, you're Arteta.
I've been wanting him. I've been wanting him gone now. I've been wanting him.
Shem said they will give him until December 2020, and Shem wasn't convinced in December 2020. So I'll leave that. I'll accept that. There's a couple players that I just want to talk about from the Arsenal side before I quickly jump onto Aston Villa. Hector Bellerin.
It's enough
time for him to leave the club.
It's enough. It's been enough. And I'll always plug Coleman. 2-2 Barca, they're shit in it. Right. I'll always plug Coleman, yeah, because we was in Leicester one day, yeah. No, we was in Leicester one day, and when Barca came back and apparently it was rumoured 50 mil, and he was the first one to say get rid of Bellerin. Before the first injury, when it was rumoured that he wanted him back up for 50 mil. To this day, if we can get 25 mil for him, good, be gone, because just go, man. Just go. It's best for him and it's best for us because Bellerin's been bad for 4.5 seasons now. It's been 4.5 seasons.
You're captain yesterday, though.
Yeah, but he's not.
That's your captain, though. That's your captain.
It doesn't matter what he is.
Respect your captain. Show respect.
You respect Harry Maguire. You don't. You can't talk. You can't.
Completely different case. He's not homegrown. He's not. He's not Carrington.
Nah.
I can't respect him for that reason. But Bellerin came right from your youth side. Gotta respect your captain.
Nah, man.
He's got a big pool in the dressing room, you know. Big pool.
Nah.
Moving on to the Aston Villa side. Arsenal fans are always talking about we need new owners. Kroenke needs to go. How does it feel that your club is now owned by Ollie Watkins? Tell me.
Oh my days.
Tell me. Tell me. Tell me.
You
Tell
shot that
me.
from the car park. You shot that from the car park. Shot that from the car park.
What?
Oh my days.
I'm here all week, people.
Oh my
You
days.
made me sick.
But on a
We're
serious
about to
note,
get into Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and it's my turn to go off. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Still sore. But now quickly to big up Aston Villa. We spoke about on the radio show, but from the position that they were last season, just barely scraping their status in the Premier League to where they are now, how big of an improvement have they made to their side and what they're doing right now, CJ?
It's been astronomical, Jim.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's been crazy. And you know what I liked about yesterday? It was different from how they've performed. Yesterday was a professional job. They got the early goal and they sat back. They made it difficult for Arsenal.
And give them a
Played
slip.
on the break. Watkins absolutely dragging your defenders. Your
It's
centre
not.
backs,
Why
left,
does he
right, and
keep
centre.
doing it to them? Why does he
I
keep
don't
doing
know. It's actually abuse now. It's actually abuse that literally could have scored more goals. It wasn't Grealish's best game, but in terms of Villa's improvement this season, I think a big improvement is his position change. Because Grealish was starting deeper last season. He was playing left centre mid. Villa bringing in Barkley and playing him in the midfield three with McGinn and Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz didn't play yesterday, but that midfield three, to me, is one of the best in the Prem. Like,
so much talent.
They know their roles. They know their roles.
Barkley, he makes terrible decisions, but calmly step up to another level. Could calmly step up.
Definitely. And you got Grealish playing off the left. He's free roaming. He's enjoying his football. Do you know what I mean? So
they know their role.
Dean Smith.
That's what's scary.
Arsenal fans are saying Arsenal fans are saying that he's auditioning for it and move to the carpet. Can you not confirm? Do you not think that's gonna happen?
To Arsenal? Why?
Anybody if you want to get Grealish, you should have got him before he signed that contract. If not, just go away. Like, I don't want Grealish to go to any top club because you didn't want to take what you thought was a risk then. It wasn't even a risk. But now you're all fangirling over him. It wasn't a risk back then. You were just all shook. And now he signed
It's coming like football Twitter knew Grealish's talent, but all these Premier League teams didn't.
I don't understand.
It's weird.
Because last season wasn't the first season we were talking about Grealish. The only season it was comical to sign Grealish was when Spurs went for him, but it's because that was their only transfer. They were only going to buy Grealish that summer for like 20 mil. But
tried to offer 3 million plus Josh Onoma.
And it's just to conclude on the Villa.
Daniel Levy.
Just conclude on the Villa talk, yeah. Remember the season before when we were saying Villa's the only team that don't know how to reserve their leads, don't know how to hold leads. The season before where Villa will go 1-0. They did it against Liverpool, they did it against Arsenal, they did it against everyone. They'll go 1-0 up and they'll lose the game. So it's interesting you said that was a professional job from them, Chim.
Last season, right?
None of that this season. All right, moving on to Manchester United facing Everton at Old Trafford. We got a high-scoring game in this one. Ended up 3-3. And just going to go off for a little bit because when you score 3 goals at home, you shouldn't need more to win the match. You shouldn't need to be searching out a fourth to make this game safe. But when you've got guys like De Gea and Maguire and Lindelof and Fred determined to play against you, it's impossible not to. So when I see Rashford missing that chance to take it to 4-2, I'm not even angry at Rashford for missing the chance because you don't have to be 100% clinical and score every chance. That's not how football works. It's just the fact that I know that our defense is so useless. The chance for them is going to go in. The fact that we need to convert everything if we're going to win a match. That's the bane of my life. Seeing De Gea
steady heights. You remember the 17-18 season when Arsenal were throwing everything at him, and he said no on his own. He said no, and now you throw anything at him. You throw a balled up scrunch of paper. You throw it at him, and he's pushing that into the center and letting someone tap in. It doesn't make sense no more. It don't make sense. Maguire, why do you always need a better centre back to play next to you when you cost me £80 million? You cost me £80 million, and we still need to find better defenders. And the worst thing is, Ollie knows he needs to find better defenders to play alongside Maguire, and he sticks Lindelof next to him, and Fred. You see the match, the way the match started. Pogba was in there. It was all control, all cool, all calm. Fred comes in and it's chaos. The ball's bouncing everywhere. We can't control nothing. The ball keeps going back to the goalkeeper. We're kicking it long. We can't do nothing.
I honestly believe the scout report they had for Fred was not.
Shem told me that Fred for 54 million. Shem told me Fred for 54 million pounds was a waste of money. It was a flop. And I thought, nah, he's been all right. Shem is genuinely right. He's a waste of money for free. He's not a centre midfielder. There's no way he can be a centre midfielder and the ball and your body vibrates when the ball comes to you. If you're a centre midfielder, you have to have some sense of calm about you. That if you receive the ball, it's not just gonna bounce. But it's so unpredictable when the ball comes to him. It's so I don't know what's gonna happen, and it scares me. And it annoys me that I don't know what's gonna happen.
Most un-Brazilian.
If you receive the ball on your left foot, I shouldn't be. He's not Brazilian. He's not. He's Bolivian. He's Peruvian. He did not grow up playing football in the favelas. No chance. Oh my days! This team.
You know,
because it was such a calm match.
When McTominay looks better than you, comfortably.
He's comfy better than him. And McTominay's rubbish. So the fact that you can't even outshine McTominay, what you actually do? And Ole. The worst thing is that 3-2, we wasn't even under pressure until you made that sub and you brought on Tuanzebe. That made us go 5 at the back and it just invited them on for the final minute. Bring on Matic. Just see out the game. Keep possession. The Gea in the last minute decided to do...
Sorry to interrupt you, but that's the worst sub that managers do. When there's a couple games left and they bring on another centre back. It's terrible.
It ruins everything.
It never works. It never works. Why are you being such a coward? Bring on a midfielder and keep possession.
It's the midfielder bring on Matic. Bring a centre back because it confuses everything.
Just keep the ball.
It confuses everything.
It confuses everything and invites pressure.
Like you've now lost the body in the midfield. These don't take the ball and you know they're gonna pump up and it's gonna be chaos. Maguire for that last goal. I'm sorry I'm speaking so much, but I've got to get this off my chest. Maguire, you flipping dunce. You're leading. You're our captain. You are captain and our central defender. How are you not organising the line? How did you manage to find yourself deeper? How? Why are you that deep? So when you were that deep, did you not think, why is the rest of my line not with me? Do you not,
and then,
as captain, as
you raise your hand up to call for offside.
Oh, and don't even... De Gea. If there's one thing I cannot stand, it's a goalkeeper that's scared to get clattered. Why are you in goal and you're scared to get clattered? You know back in primary school, secondary school, you used to put the rubbish guy in goal and he'd just be... when the shot comes to you, you turn, you'd be scared. That's calm. If you don't want to be a professional goalkeeper, that's calm. Turn away from the ball because you don't want to get hurt. That's cool.
We're paying you £375,000 a week. When De Gea was doing it, he was like 20 when he first came. He's
been the same. He couldn't come out for crosses. He didn't want to come off his line. He's not changed in 10 years now.
Come on, man.
10 years.
Come on.
Come on, son.
I feel like, and this is why City are going to win the league comfortably. I expect when United play certain games, I just anticipate that kind of result.
Yeah. Whereas
when City play those kind of games, I don't. Like, before the game started, I thought Everton were going to draw. Then United went 2-0 up at halftime. I said, I'm not watching the rest of this game. I don't like watching United happy and winning. I'm like, anyway, I warm up my dinner. I'm like, might as well. And it's 2-2 within 5 minutes. I'm like, this is why City
It's
are
a
gonna win the league.
mentality thing with these players as well. It's a mentality thing. These players, they can't play to the conditions of the match. They play one way and they'll continue playing that way until it collapses and we're 3-2 behind.
You can't play as favourites. You can't play as favourites. You can't lead from the front. It's just not in you. And then it trickles down from your manager. Ole said after the match, start looking at us like title contenders. You're second. You're 2 points behind City.
Literally win that match and we're equal points with City.
Coward.
So what are you talking about? You can't look at title. There's 15 games left of the season. So what are we meant to look at? Are we meant to just assume that you just want to just finish top 4? Come on, man.
The mentality, I've said it before, and this team just doesn't have the mentality when it comes to the important moments. Like, as you said, you expect City to just roll on. Everton at home, it could be a banana peel, but you roll on anyway. You get through the match, you get the win. This team, everything has to be a flipping hop, skip, and a jump to get to the end.
Everything's a challenge.
Like, why are you? Why? I'm thinking for the sequence for the last goal.
Go on.
I'm thinking.
Go ahead.
I'm just thinking the sequence for the last goal. It starts off with De Gea. He catches the ball when the 93rd minute of when the 3rd minute of extra time out 4 minutes. Instead of holding the ball, he decides to do a quick. He decides to kick out the ball and try to do a quick counter. For Rashford then instead of taking it into the corner,
take it to the flag.
Decides to do a pass into the box. Keep the ball in the corner.
I thought the game was closed out then.
Wan-Bissaka manages to get past the ball. It was 94 minutes. It should have been done.
Yeah.
Wan-Bissaka passes the ball. He gives the ball away. Tuanzebe jumps in, gets a yellow card, gives away a free kick. And from then on, the rest is history. Bruv, manage the game. You're not kids. Manage the game. Know the situation that you're in. Keep the ball in the corner.
Several mistakes before it got to that goal. That's what's actually quite sad and quite telling why you guys are nowhere near ready to win anything.
Mistakes.
Several mistakes. Several people.
It was not a one step. It was not a one step thing to get to that.
It wasn't a blunder.
So many people.
It goes from De Gea,
so many people
to Rashford,
had to mess up before we got to that goal.
To Harry Maguire and then to De Gea again. It's just a big cycle, error, calamity of mistakes. We've got 3 more minutes, boys.
In the clutch moments. We'll quickly go on to who was the last match we wanted to talk about? Oh, that quickly the Chelsea match. We'll talk about Chelsea quickly. 2-1, Sheffield United away. Any takeaways from the match? Huh?
Boring game.
Sheffield are last.
Boring. It was a boring game. It was a boring game. But we still bring them up just in the interest of fairness. Just in the interest, because we talk about them when they collect their L's. We gotta give them something when they collect their W's. Who was it that scored? We had Jorginho with the penalty. We had Timo Werner setting up Mason Mount, and obviously Antonio Rudiger on goal.
He was good though. It's a sad part. He was
quick
good.
remark. Just quick remark.
Yeah, he had a good game.
It was just a bad mistake. But again, it was kind of like the Burnley match where they were in control, they was in charge, but it wasn't really creating a lot of chances. It wasn't really an exciting game. They dominated, but they didn't create the chances. The same way against Tottenham, the same way against Burnley, the same way against Wolves. Kept the ball, managed to get the win, which I guess is the most important thing for them right now. 1 point away from top 4, which shows you what a shambles of the season is. And we wrap up. I can't even give too much life to that match because it wasn't there. It wasn't that sort of match. Thank you everybody for watching.
Wait, I got one takeaway. One takeaway.
Oh, go ahead.
Don't you think it's interesting that Tuchel's using a 3 at the back?
He used it a lot at PSG, but I mean, considering the leakiness of the defense, it doesn't surprise me too much that.
I don't think it's interesting because I feel like when it comes to games that matter, he's not going to do that.
I think he's going to go 4 at the back.
But he played 4 at the back against Wolves, and
Spurs.
I don't think he felt comfortable, and he changed. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
it doesn't really surprise me too
need a
much.
bigger sample size, Chim. Bigger sample size, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, no.
Mm. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see in some of the bigger matches how he lines up. But massive table turning weekend. Manchester United goes one way, Manchester City goes the other. Chelsea make their climb up the table. Liverpool's looking over their shoulders. Arsenal's join us next weekend for the Premier League fixtures, obviously FA Cup in the midweek. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment,
It's the
all of
last
that
time you're
good stuff.
hosting.
Follow us
The
on the
last time you're
socials.
hosting.
Instagram. Shh. You see the size of this finger? Shh. Follow us on the socials at the final 3RD _. Get involved at us. Give us your takeaways. We want to hear all of it. And we'll see you back here next weekend, people.
Peace.